Okay. Oh shoot, I'm live. Okay. Um. Oh, it's been ages since I've been on a stream or have done anything in like a month. When did I last make that video? When did I do the Karate Kid review? June. Okay, no, I did that in late June, so that was almost a month ago. Jeez Louise. 15 views, by the way. Wow. Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Um, yeah, this is part one of a series of movie reviews that I'm going to be talking about. I don't have enough time to actually do a short form of all of the movies that. Sorry about that. My internet is really slow. Anyway, this is part one of a series of streams I'll be doing for most of the movies that I saw from April to June, and then there's going to be probably more streams I'm going to do that would be for the rest of summer. I haven't been able to do. Sorry, I want to get some light in here. Okay, I haven't been able to do any reviews in a while because I'm living life. You know what I mean? I was on a. Oh my god, that was great. Got that on camera. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about all the movies from a series of streams that I've seen. If they need a longer form, I will do a longer form video of it. But most of these movies are pretty easy and quick. So I'm going to try to condense it into a stream because I don't really, again, have the time to do it. But I guess we could go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with the month of, what is this, May? Yeah, this is the month of May. So I'm going to start off. Some of the movies in April I still haven't seen yet. There's a couple movies from April and May I haven't seen yet, and I'm currently in the process of watching them. So you'll get those reviews in a different stream later. We're gonna start with Friendship. Friendship is a movie about a guy who becomes a crazed fan. That's not what I mean. Crazed fan. He becomes obsessed. That's the word I'm looking for. He becomes obsessed with this guy who's his neighbor. He wants to be friends with him. A awkward hangout becomes very obsessive and creepy. And let me start off by saying this. I've met some people who don't like this movie. There are people who don't like this movie. And I completely understand why. The sentiment I've heard is it's dark for the sake of being dark. It's also kind of funny. Like it's more cringe than it is actually funny. And I watched this and I don't think I got that. I don't think this movie's actually horrible. Like I actually had a good time with it. I knew this was a movie. I knew it wasn't real. Um did it come off a little creepy? Yeah, a little bit. But like I think the charm of the movie is Tim Robinson did something different at least and I can appreciate him for doing that. And it is like a good concept to do a dark comedy. Not a lot of people like to do that. I mean, you saw that with Mickey 17, how much I loved that movie, or at least enjoyed it. But this was different. Like I didn't like it as much as Mickey 17, but I still enjoyed it enough. So I thought the direction was fine. A lot of people praised it. A lot of people love the writing, which I'm not crazy about the writing per se. It's fine. What I think makes the movie work is Tim Robinson as the star makes this movie work really well, especially with his chemistry with Paul Rudd. Absolutely phenomenal. Do they deserve any acting nominations? Probably not, but they should get some kind of recognition elsewhere. But I don't think they're going to get anything at the Oscars. I just don't see it. Maybe like if this was released like in October, maybe, but this came out in like May. I mean, some movies get nominated when they're like in April, but like some don't even win when it's in April. But this doesn't do it for me. But as a movie, it was really entertaining, really funny. Um, Now I'm gonna give the rating for this movie. I thought about it, like what I wanted to give the rating to this. There's no other really way to put it because it was missing something. You know what I mean? Something about it was missing, and again, I enjoyed the movie. It's just it's a couple things you could have changed. So I'm giving this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna really go overboard about it. Friendship is entertaining, but unfortunately, I don't know. I feel like something was missing. Um, let's see. I already did Final Destination Bloodlines Rape Tomorrow. Oh, here we go. I got a movie we could talk about. This might be the main focal point of this stream. Lilo and Stitch. Now, I don't know how to feel about this, okay? I grew up a Disney kid, okay? A lot of you probably watching this also grew up as a Disney kid. You probably saw this movie, at least the trailer, and thought, this looks garbage. I'm going to make a very controversial opinion to the people who are watching this. Actually, there we go. I'm going to make a controversial opinion. I don't hate this movie. Not only do I not hate this movie, it's actually kind of cute. But there are a few things I'm a little mad about. Like every Disney remake, they change the story. In some way, shape, or form, they change the story. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Just remake it the exact same way I remembered it, but they didn't. Another thing I'm not the biggest fan of is Zach Galifianakis as Dr. Jumbo. Not the greatest casting choice. You could have gotten someone more charismatic. The character itself was way too dramatic. And I don't even. The funniest part, like Galifianakis' take of Dr. Jumbo was super dramatic, even though it didn't feel like it. I don't like the fact that he didn't show emotion a couple times for certain scenes, and him playing a villain version of Dr. Jumbo doesn't feel right for me. Jumbo is supposed to be a sidekick, not a villain. So I don't know why you had to do that. I don't know if it's because Disney didn't have enough money to put Bantu or Gantu. I forgot his name. They didn't have enough money to put the main villain from the original Lilo and Stitch. If that's the case, you're Disney. You can make more money. Just saying. I'm just saying. Would that have made it a better movie? Absolutely no question. But regardless, we didn't get that. But there are a couple other bad things I don't like. For example, they made it more focal point for Leela and Nani's like relationship as two sisters. Obviously, in the movie they mentioned, I think even in the original maybe they did. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I saw it, but basically most of the movie is talking about like Nani has to take care of Lilo, and the social workers are trying to take Lilo away from her. Um, Little too much family drama. Little too much family drama for my liking. But through it all, there are a lot of good things. The visuals are pretty solid. Dr. Jumbo looks like the way I remembered him as a kid. Bleakley, though not the drag queen everybody loves, is still just as entertaining as the original. There is one other thing I actually really do appreciate. You may have reused some audio clips from the original Lilo and Stitch, but at least Stitch was still entertaining enough for me to ignore it. You got away with it for now, but it was bugging me out a little bit. There was some certain audio clips I heard from when I was a kid. Remember the old Lilo and Stitch, and yeah, you could have just re-recorded the audio, unless they did re-record the audio, and I'm just stupid, but I don't think they did. Now, is this worth $1 billion? As I'm recording this, or as I'm streaming, it's about to make $1 billion at the box office. Is it worth that? Absolutely not. At the most, maybe like 500 million. But because of that huge Memorial Day weekend, it's made so much money. In fact, I think it's the highest grossing Disney opening for a Disney remake in like years. And that's a bad sign. That's bad. That it had to be this movie, that's bad. Any movie that should have done it would have been Meet the Robinsons. Meet the Robinsons is a Disney movie you could remake and it'd make over $1 billion. That's worth the money. This is not. This is not worth $1 billion at the box office. I'm sorry. No, no, it is not. As visually cool as it is, seeing some of the aliens' designs and stuff, not really that impressive. That's not worth $1 billion to me. You got to really like, you know what I mean? You got to really surprise me, but you didn't. You actually changed a lot of the story that the original represented, but I still enjoyed it regardless. So, is it one of the better Disney remakes? Absolutely. Do I think it's actually worth my time? I don't think this is worth like a second rewatch. You know what I mean? If you're a parent, this is probably fine for your kids, but like, you know it's gonna be like sad and boring. I just want you to know that it's gonna be really sad and boring. And with that, actually, I'm giving it like with most of the good, with some of the good, there's a lot of bad. I almost said most of the good. Again, I liked it. I didn't hate it, but I liked it. Did I enjoy it? Yeah, but like most of it. So I'm giving it a 6.5 out of 10. And it's mainly because, as hyped as it was it worth the hype? Probably not. But I'm giving that a 6.5 out of 10 for Lilo and Stitch. And yeah, we can now go into June because I want to talk about a few June movies while we're here. First off, let's talk about. Wait, where, wait, hold on. Yeah, we're in June. Okay, I'm trying to find like a movie. Okay, I got a couple movies we can start off with. We're gonna start with How to Train Your Dragon. Now, in the vein of Chris Sanders, the guy who made who worked on both Lilo and Stitch and How to Train Your Dragon, both originals, he worked on both remakes too. Here's the crazy part. Of all the remakes in Hollywood, there's some good and some bad. And then there's How to Train Your Dragon, which is absolutely phenomenal. It is probably one of the best remakes I've ever seen of any movie. And I don't even remember the original at all. Like Lilo and Stitch, I don't remember How to Train Your Dragon. So going into this, I didn't expect it to be this big of a deal. And holy crap, it is a good movie. And not only is it a good movie, it's a phenomenal movie. It is beautifully made. The visuals are beyond phenomenal. Love looking at the cinematography. I love the set design. Underrated sound design. I love looking at the costumes and the makeup. They look phenomenal. But it's being slept on by a marketing team that isn't really doing much with this. Now they could be, and I'm just again stupid, but I don't think they're doing much about it. I don't think Universal or DreamWorks is doing much promotion about the technical stuff. And if the Oscars want to give any technical nominations, this is a movie that could take them all. I swear, it could take all of them and get a Best Picture nomination just like that, and I'd be okay with it. And for a movie like that, a kids movie like this, absolutely no question. And I actually don't think I think like some of the boring stuff actually becomes more entertaining as the movie goes on. It is 2 hours plus worth of your time. It is beyond one of the most beautifully well made remakes I've ever watched. And with that, it's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. I can't hate this movie. I like genuinely love this movie. There's nothing bad about it, and that's why I love it so much. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and give it a 10. It is a 10 for me. Um, yeah. So there's that. There's a holy crap. There's a lot of movies I have to watch. I am gonna mention at the end of this stream what movies I'm gonna watch, and then I'm gonna probably get more reactions for you and reviews. Give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry, something was on my shirt, on my nose. F1. Here we go. This is a big one. Um, what do you want me to say about F1? What can I say about F1? Honestly, F1 is a movie that most people watched this and said, "Is this really going to be a big movie?" There were some people, and myself included, I am at fault for this. We all thought this was going to flop. This looked like a ripoff of Days of Thunder. Is it kind of a ripoff of Days of Thunder? Not really. It's its own different thing. It does feel like it. And I think that's why a lot of older people, even like even my own pops, like this movie. And I think like all those people who are big like racing fans, they're gonna take this movie in. And I think like all of the acting, all of the camera work, all of the sound design, all phenomenal. Now, I watched the awards contender. I watched the awards contender. He's one of my favorite YouTube channels. Shout out to him. Shout out to Brian, big fan. Um, he picked this movie to be a contender for sound and editing, which I can agree with. But you forgot about the cinematography. You forgot about that. The one thing this movie is doing a phenomenal job marketing. The camera work in this movie is top tier, equal to what was done with Top Gun Maverick. It is equal to it, maybe arguably a tiny bit better. And if the drama gets boring, Brad Pitt carries the comedy portions of this movie. The comedic aspect from him is phenomenal. He's just there doing his job, and that's what makes this movie work. And through all of the stuff that I've had to see with all the negativity of this movie, there's not a lot. I mean, the critics' rating was like 83 on Rotten Tomatoes, and the audience rating was like 97. That's enough to tell you. I think we got a good crowd pleaser for the summer. Just saying. And with that, oh god, I don't think I can really give a bad rating to this either. So guess what? We got another 10 out of 10. That's right. We have two 10 out of 10s in the summer. In fact, this might be one of the craziest summers I've ever lived through at the movies. It's insane. We've had some great movies and not many duds. It's crazy. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And I stand by this. Some of the best movies I've seen have come out in the summer this year. That's crazy. The Oscars are going to change a lot as the months go on, as we start realizing maybe there's other movies we should take into consideration. We also have best casting. This movie should be in that category for best casting, easily. Easily one of my favorite casts in a movie by far. Easily. Oh, here's one of the duds. Here we go. Megan 2.0. Hold on, let me see if I can do the Megan face. I'm Megan. I don't know if I did that. Yikes. This movie sucks. Yeah, Megan 2.0 is a huge, huge, huge disappointment. Now, if you like campy action, this is your movie. If you like campy sci-fi, this is your movie. If you want a ripoff of Aliens, I got it for you. But this movie is genuinely one of the weirdest movies I have genuinely ever watched. Do I hate it? Kinda. Not really. There are a lot of bad things. Unlike Lilo and Stitch, I can actually appreciate that a little bit because it's an IP I recognize. This is an IP I just didn't really care about. Like Megan, I just don't care about. I liked the first movie. I didn't love it. I liked it. Critics were like overhyping it like crazy that it got a worse sequel. You should have just ended it with Megan, like the robot getting destroyed, and that's it. You shouldn't have hinted at a cameo. Why did you do that, Jason Blum? Why did you do that? So yeah, I'm not crazy about Megan because I just don't care about Megan at all. In fact, this was one of the worst movies of the year, in my opinion. It really is. So, with some of the bad acting and the visuals being okay, and the makeup department doing the same stuff they did with Megan with the first movie, maybe a little more, and the action was okay. It was kind of cool. The movie was just a huge disappointment. Originally, it was mid to me walking out of the theater. Now looking back, like there's a lot better movies, so I'm giving this a 3 out of 10. There are a few good things of this movie. Again, the action sequences were good. Some of the camera work was cool. The editing was fine. It's just not really much to go home with, you know. It's kind of below mid, unfortunately. What else do we have here? We have. I'm trying to find movies that I haven't talked about yet. Oh, that's it. Oh, dang! I got a lot of movies to cover. So I just got 5 movies on here for now. The movies I have here are Friendship with a 7.5 out of 10, Lilo and Stitch with a 6.5 out of 10, How to Train Your Dragon and F1 both with a 10 out of 10, and Megan 2.0 with a 3 out of 10. Now, the movies I'm going to tell you that I have to watch and I'm going to get a review of soon, hopefully on stream, will be the following. Let me find it. Give me 1 sec. There's other movies I think earlier in the year I probably have to watch. Like I didn't watch Den of Thieves, so I didn't really care about that. I was gonna do it, but I didn't. There was Wolfman. Still gotta watch it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I haven't watched the Wolfman remake yet. I gotta watch that. Back in Action. Um, what else? Presence. I didn't watch that one yet. Um, uh, Dogman. I haven't seen that yet. Uh, did I? Did I do a review to Companion? I don't think I did. I'll have to double check. I don't think I did a review for Companion yet, and I love that movie. Um, kind of pregnant. Yeah, I'm good on that. Hard Eyes, Love Hurts, Bridget Jones. Yeah, I'm not watching Bridget Jones. Uh, did I do a Captain America review yet? Thought I did. Oh, I didn't. Oh, I guess I never did a review for Captain America: Brave New World. Huh. Um, I heard about the Gorge. I heard about that. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it though. The Unbreakable Boy. I've heard of that. I think I'm good on that, honestly. Last Breath. Riff Raff. My Dead Friend Zoe. These are some dumb movies on here. Mickey 17, I definitely. No, wait, I did that one. No, wait a minute. Some of these movies I did do a review of. I had a stream of it last time. I'm just realizing. Uh, Honestly, some of these movies I see here, I could just do a review of over time. Oh my god, I still gotta watch Snow White. Do I really want it though? Probably not. Yeah, like some of these movies I definitely haven't done a review of yet. But yeah, there's gonna be some reviews you'll see coming up on stream, and I'll just give you some of them. But this is part one of some of those movies from April to June. I'll have more coming up, and yeah, I think that's it. That's honestly it. Yeah. I'm just gonna end the stream with that. If you guys enjoyed the stream or this video, make sure to smash the like button and smash the subscribe button. Um, yeah, this was a good like 25 minutes to waste. I think the movie I'm currently watching is K-pop Demon Hunter, so I'm gonna go watch that. I think that's the next movie I'm gonna do. If I end up doing any reviews and stuff, I'll probably upload it, but I probably won't most likely. But I probably should, honestly. But I just wanted to do this stream to see if I could get any of the other movies out of the way. Yeah, I think that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.